What's up, Perichoresis? Welcome back. This is day 2 of this brand new series called The Mess, A Christmas Story. Yesterday, we just kind of read the story. If you didn't watch it, if you didn't listen to it, go back and just let that sink in. I'm asking you for perhaps the first time ever, just kind of get lost in a sense of wonder, as if you've never heard this story before. As we go through this story, I want you to start asking questions. Maybe questions that you've never thought about before, or maybe questions that you have thought about before, but no one could ever give you an answer. And let's unpack those questions and attempt to answer them, because I do believe it's all really, really important. Luke chapter 2, verse 1, and the very first name, I think this is fascinating. The very first name that we understand in the Christmas story, it's not Jesus, it's not Mary and Joseph, it's not shepherds or angels or anything like that. Verse 1 says this: "About that time, Caesar Augustus ordered a census to be taken throughout the empire." This is the Roman Empire. "This was the first census when Quirinius was governor of Syria." Now, check this out, dude. The very first thing we understand through the Gospel of Luke when it comes to the Christmas story is this idea: how God is working through the Roman leaders. Now, it's interesting, when we go back in history, this is the first time individuals within the Roman Empire were to be taxed. See, before this time, before Quirinius, before Caesar Augustus, Roman citizens were taxed, but they were taxed communally. They were taxed together, like the whole village or the whole town or the whole city would be taxed. And now there's new leadership, and they have this idea, you know what would happen if we taxed individuals? So this is the first time Roman citizens individually are being taxed. And what's amazing is that God orchestrates and works through these systems, works with and through these leaders to carry out this beautiful plan. So I think it's fascinating. The very first individuals, the very first people who are named in this story, it's kind of a mess. It's Caesar Augustus and it's Quirinius. And the reason these great leaders are even mentioned as a little blip in the story is to set the stage, to kind of lay the context that here is the reason why Mary and Joseph are in this really messy situation. You see, they are there to pay taxes, dude. I don't know if you're old enough to pay taxes, but paying taxes, just me saying that, I'm pretty sure if you don't pay taxes, you can figure this out. It is not fun. So here's the thing. I know a lot of us, we think that Christmas, the Christmas story, it's, December 25, a great, wonderful time. Let's get it in its context. For Mary and Joseph, there's nothing wonderful about this. It's time to pay taxes. It's tax day. And in their mind, they're thinking, dude, what more does the government, what more is going to be asked or required of me? And this is the foundation for the entire story. And here it is for you and I in 2017, when it comes to our relationship with Jesus, when it comes to our honest relationship with God, for some of us, this is still the question: what more am I going to have to do? What more is God going to require of me? Is He going to make me pray more? Is He going to make me pray a certain way? Am I going to have to give up this, or am I going to have to start doing that? Am I going to have to pay money? Am I going to have to give more of my time? It's for some of us, when it comes to a relationship, we're thinking, maybe my relationship with God isn't so great because I'm not doing enough. I have to do more. What more is required? It's messy. It's not a wonderful time. It's a time of anxiety and frustration and fear. And for some of us watching right now, when it comes to Christmas, this is a time of anxiety. This is a time of stress and frustration and fear. But God shows up through this mess. So may, through the mess of our lives and the mess of this Christmas season, if you are under this stress, if you are being pressured from all different directions, and it's what more is required of me, may, just like in this story, God Himself show up in the mess.